All right, greetings, thanks for joining us. All right, go into messages and into the Q&A. All right, lessons. Greetings to you, Archangel Michael. Blessings to you. Yeah, reality or the reality matrix, yes, is splitting apart, or more knowledge downloads, connections to the astral realm become more clear. Of course, nothing's going to be exactly clear. I mean, more like still like a ghost world that you're tapping into, at least from the higher realms. You will feel that you're making some at least spiritual progress. Now, some are already on this track, but feel more will open up more to their true selves. Some are, yes, on a spiritual development, but they're not really opening themselves up. It's like they're listening, at least in the bigger groups. They're listening, but they're not really discovering themselves to a certain extent. And that is a slow progress, which is not a bad thing. Because when you go deep, it gets, some of you know, it gets deep. So, and that is the era you're going into. As you open up yourself, the earth feels it. As you go, like shadow work, go more into your shadow self. You're releasing a lot of shadow energies from the earth itself. You might not fully see it, but you will always see things differently and feel things differently. So, blessings. Greetings to you. This is Thoth from Egypt's Egyptian god. Greetings to your society, your upbringing. We do, yes, feel a lot of elitist energies breaking down, at least in the higher astral realms where you can receive more information about your earth. As yes, daily life does get tiresome, but I believe many of you are connecting more to yourselves to make it a little bit more exciting for yourselves and also for others. As you bring more higher dimensional energies in. You might some talk about the higher dimensions, but they're not necessarily bringing into their own energy field. So they might, especially some that say it and don't really experience it. They say one thing, and that's going to become more clear too. There is a certain timeline where you can hide things for only so long, and then if you're not ready to reveal, someone's going to reveal it for you. So if you're not willing to be like, if you're more authentic with yourself and others, you have nothing to worry about. Those are not being authentic with others. Eventually, they become outed onto the world. And so, like with a hot mic gets recorded, things like that, we see more of that coming into your futures. Uh, of this basically more truth finding its way into society. Current society, yes, has trouble receiving truth. It doesn't want to hear it. It wants to, hear about the candy reality. But there is a raw reality that you're bringing in that this can even give you shivers, not necessarily in a bad way, but in a good way. Basically, you're knowing getting closer to the Earth's energy field, getting closer to the secrets of Egypt, even within your own energy, which you can do. And some have actually come close to it or actually achieved it. Yes, and it can be careful what you wish for, of course. Blessings to you all, sending energies to you. Greetings to you, energies to you all. This is Alpha Centauri energies. I am the astronaut that was being channeled yesterday. Yes, we are another version of human. We are, yes, earlier humans than your reality, as we are the blueprint of your existence here. As we have worlds that are similar to yours, you have a 1950s world, 1960s world. Yes, with Bill Bottoms. Maybe that's the 1970s. It doesn't really matter. Worlds that are trying to understand yours, also understand themselves. Some people figure themselves out in a certain time period. You also have planets that are very similar to, yes, Egyptian times. Very different type of Egypt, kind of a twisted version of it. But our worlds are kind of like mirrored of other planets. Basically, we see an idea and we do something different with it. With other planets, we're always scanning and learning from other realities. As your reality is, yes, it is the world is, you can say, technically sick. Has a cold for a long time. It doesn't want to get better. But earthquake is kind of like a cough. You can say you're letting out old vibrations. You have volcanoes, so you're letting out the old energies. And some of you go through that sickness yourself, and you realize you're actually healing the earth's energy. So, and expect much changes on your planet. Within yourselves, you can gradually see the timelines. Obviously, men are not too pleased with your government at this time, but that's whoever is actually. Whoever, the whole thing needs to be ejected from the planet, the virus. So yes, we're here to answer your questions, whatever.
Oh, greetings, Alpha Centaurians. Blessings. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Well, hello there. So, what was your name again?
Alpha Centauri, the astronaut.
Okay. So, good. Hello there. Do you have any Alpha Centauri messages for me?
Well, I see you on many worlds at this time. I see you with a whip.
Well.
Yeah, sir. Now, what you're doing with that whip is up to you. They're not really showing that, but yes, you're bringing direction. You do shapeshift into different beings. One is a cat of well, like an anomaly. Like they have like Bigfoot here. You're kind of like an anomaly on different worlds. Doesn't mean you're walking around with a whip, but you are an anomaly that shows up every now and then, like mythology, things like that. They sometimes see you. So that's something
well,
they're showing connected to.
Yeah. I mean, other worlds needs mythology as well because they are in a phase of exploring itself, basically. Because if the planet knows themselves, there's no such thing as mythology. Okay, so
yeah, there are worlds where you are a sphinx, as actually as a cat on different planets. That's what I see there on the Palladian worlds, actually.
Cool. I haven't connected to that much, basically because I'm here and I like to get views on my human connection. So,
well,
do you have?
You're here to reset a lot of energies, as you know, like a light switch.
Yeah.
Here to flicker the lights here from what I can see.
Yeah. So can you tap into my 3D timelines now and kind of give me like mm, head up with the encounters that I'm meeting, which is maybe younger people, and
Well, some of the males that you're running into used to be slaves of yours. I'm not sure if you wanted that public, but
what they've
some
been.
of the males, yeah, have been slaves of yours in the past. Male slaves. And
That's
some
why
kind of
they keep.
trans. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I kind of now I understand. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, it wasn't like you're torturing. Yeah. No, or anything.
Because they're feeling like they could be that. Okay, well, this is not for everyone, but
No, it's not.
anyways, thank you so much.
Let you
I
use your
connected that
imagination
on
on
my
that
own.
one. Yeah, I'll let you use your imagination on that one.
Thank you.
Sure.
Good night.
Okay, interesting. Up next, we have Steven.
Hello, Alpha Centaurians.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you. Much love. Thank you for being here.
Yes, yes.
Well, shoot. Since you're here, I would love for you to tap into my Alpha Centaurians. I believe I'm pretty strongly connected with y'all, with the amphibian races. Just, bring it out what you can, man. I would love to know more. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have feline connections. I mean, we have our own felines, our own cats, dogs, everything. It's our own, way of, but you have feline energy, man cat. You turn from a man to a cat. Not necessarily as a werewolf, but you do, you can transform to like a samurai type of feline with like a sword or something like that if you're going to go into fights and things like that. So they also have like a lot of superhuman powers. It also seems like there's a version of you where like you're like a normal human, like you're like a wimpy human and all that's like, no big deal. And then you turn into this like other creatures like, oh, gee, no one saw that one coming. So you can be at a bar or something like that and turn. I mean, you have control over it. It just sometimes, yeah, because looks are even in other worlds, looks is everything. So you just feel like anyone can pick on you, and then it's like, oh well, are you sure about that? But you usually still have a calm demeanor about you overall. And you have been used for the government too. Yes, governments, no matter where you go, it seems to be a problem. But you have been like a kind of like what we call like a Weapon X type of thing. Not necessarily claws coming out, but even similar to like a human creature for government. It's a strange. I think you have an idea where we're going with that. So, lessons.
Awesome. Great explanation. I love that. Yeah, I can feel some energies coming through. Hey, I would love. Second question is, I would love for you if you can just give me an update on some of my astral travels, other when I'm in sleep state. Like if it's just been all over the board. Like I remember it very vivid. Like one if it's not setting up. I think it's the Men in Black. It was just cops. I was setting them up and getting them, and then I have another one with them. I'm driving a boat and visiting different islands and places, and then my last one was like I was in a war with this. We created this pyramid-like structure, and we were way outnumbered, and you had to hold this pyramid down. There's only certain entrances you get in. I'm just if you could just what you can say about all them dreams. Thank you.
Well, yes, you do appear as a Men in Black person because you're like a double agent. I believe some that's been brought up where you're like good and sometimes working with the bad guys, but then you end up doing good things. So you're at a real, and they don't always know that. They don't always can't tap into what you're doing. But it's like, oh, if you just have a new agent here, and then you end up freeing a lot of people in their dream state. So there is a place in astral where the Vietnam War is actually still going on. And that's some of the war in astral, you can say that's a version of it. So if you see anything Asian or anything like that, or anything Vietnam connected, so yeah, they just took it to the astral world, and that has to do with keeping people shut down and like when people are so tortured by war, so those past, the wars never, they might end here, but this continue in astral. So you might see, you know, ancient wars still going on in astral. Or modern ones, even World War III for some realities. When you're healing those in the World War III one, like helping them release that timeline in the astral plane. So, lessons.
Blessings. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Having technical difficulties here. Up next, we've got Logan.
Greetings.
Greetings.
For my first question, I would like to know if there are any messages from any of the Zetas that I'm connected to.
Well, there are Zetas that are connecting more to their feminine side. Let's put it that way. You're connecting to a lot of that. Well, if you really want to know, they showed me cross-dressing Zetas. They're discovering their sexuality. So usually they don't have a sexuality at all. So always has some kind of progress. So I'm not sure if you're observing that or what is going on there, but I see it happening. So you can go by how you feel about that, but yeah, is this another way for them to become less bizarre? Of course, it's always going to be bizarre as it is, no matter where you go. There's always going to be strange ones. There's always going to the form of Zeta is always going to continue. That race will never die out. But they will. Many of them are slowly becoming human. Like they look Zeta, but they're wearing a suit and tie and all that, and they're trying to, go to the store and things
Blending
like
in.
that. Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, that's very cool. For my second question, I would like to know if there are any messages from the being Lilith.
Only that some of the females that you're aware or you're connected to, you're helping them understand their divine energies, or even for, showing them a safe space so they can understand more of themselves on different realities, on different planes. And you're healing a lot of your masculine. Yeah, I've had a masculine lifetimes when you're like a muscle man, at least in past life. Something like the Arnold Schwarzenegger is what they're showing. So you're healing that side of yourself, it seems. So, thanks.
Yes, blessings. Very cool.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Silverclaw.
Well, hello there.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you, friend. So my first question, I stopped smoking cannabis 2 weeks ago for my massage therapy classes. I wanted to know if I would be able to pass a drug test for a drug test 4 weeks from now.
Most likely, just feel like you're flushing your, just drink water and flush your system. Do research on how long it takes. But it feels like it'll be okay. But it's best for you to do your research, make sure that you're on the right track. It's hard for us to fully tell them.
Yes. So I read and it says that 6 weeks to 8 weeks. Do you think I would be closer to 8 weeks or 6 weeks?
Probably the 8 weeks. You can give it a shot and see what happens.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So my next question, any messages for me about the rest of this year for me?
Well, it's many changes. You're connecting more to yourself. You're going to be surprising yourself throughout this year of what things that you can accomplish. You're going to go into different directions. Yeah, like you're doing now, and to test yourself, challenge yourself, and improve yourself. So this is good. You're going into a different realm and ending some habits, but also creating new. Yeah, you're going to be meeting a lot of new people eventually throughout this year.
Okay. Well, what if I exercise? Would I be able to push it closer to 6 weeks?
Yeah, sweat it out, wash it out of your system. Yes.
Wow, fantastic. That's really what I needed to hear. Thank you so much.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Michael.
Greetings. Sorry about that. My first question is my uncle Robert. He has COPD because he smoked pretty much his whole life. And my intuition is that he's like saying goodbye, but he's not spiritual at all. And this question's for my mom because he's been calling her. Do you see him passing soon, or what do you see?
Well, he's just scared he might die, yeah. So he's not really sure if he's ready to go yet. He's not sure if he wants to go see his maker. So he's afraid to let go. So I feel like he's going to hold on for at least a couple more weeks. But when his body starts giving out, then that's the end of it.
What you said a couple more weeks, or
yeah, a couple more weeks possibly.
Wow, that's real short. Yeah. Okay. And my second question is, of course, I know that I astral travel and go places, but I don't remember. But here lately, it's like I'll wake up, my alarm clock will go off, and it feels like I have been so far away from my body. Like I can't, explain it. It's just, it's like I'm not a human. All of a sudden I'm like popping here and I'm like, gosh, I feel like I've been in a war. I've been like in another galaxies, but that's how it feels. But could you explain to me what's going on?
Well, yeah, you're going into higher astral, far away from your body, as you can see. You can say there's a war around this world that you're experiencing. So you're outside of that war, but you do feel it even when you're away from your body. There's an astral war that actually surrounds the planet. You can say, well, that's one way of looking at it. So yeah, you go to places of, I feel like with your parents actually, your mother's very like eloquent and dressed up fancy and things like that. And so yeah, you go to places that are kind of psychedelic realms, it seems like. But when you come back into your body, it's kind of like going to a war zone, you could say. So when you stop and take a look at certain things, and you come back in your body. So.
Okay, thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Tristan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
You piqued my curiosity when you were talking about your 50s and 60s worlds that you had. Mm-hmm. These are 3D worlds?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how do you created these so that you guys can experience that time period, and do people come into these worlds losing their memories, or do they retain it?
Oh, well,
how they work.
They incarnate like you incarnate on this planet. People wonder if they go back into the Matrix. Yeah, they go back into different Matrix planets.
Right.
Either you come back to a world like this, or another version of Earth, or you go to another world that's similar but not exactly the same, where they can learn whatever they're having trouble letting go of a person or trying to figure themselves out. So our worlds are a little bit more, they have a certain thing. All worlds have a theme, but like the 70s, like some people need to be in the 70s to figure themselves out.
Okay.
So it's in the dark ages and figure themselves out. Those are fun.
And so basically you have a whole world set up for specific, yeah.
They don't go that fast. They don't really evolve that quickly. They're not supposed to. So, but they do evolve, but not very fast. No. They need this world.
So they can exist for like hundreds of years in the 50s.
Yeah, exactly, thousands. Yeah. It's just they come from this world, and they, some are going through a lot of trauma and they can't seem to figure themselves out. So we develop different worlds. So we're experimenting. It's all experiment. Everything's an experiment.
Okay,
It's
that's
their
really interesting.
therapy world.
Well, we're also a therapy world.
Yes, but it also causes trauma too.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Well, other planets.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, we're solving problems too, so I
Yes,
figure it's all right.
of course.
Second question is, um, um, next week I'm getting my vaccine shot, and last week Daria, since I repeated my question last week, Daria had said last week that getting this could affect other worlds as well. I'm interested in taking it because it's available for everyone. I don't feel like I have a need for it, but it's something I want to go through. But when she talked about it having effect on other worlds, that made me worried that my actions here might have a detrimental effect elsewhere. Or is it, doesn't matter, it could be good or bad. It's just what I decide.
Yeah, it's your decision. Well, some other versions of you can get sick and die earlier than they were intended to. There is a possibility of that. But that you've already had conversations with them on that. So, and some can have memory loss, some can get old really quickly. It all depends on how connected you are to your DNA, to your soul energy. So some souls are like, if you have a bad day, another version you can have a bad day, or if they have a bad day, you have a good day, or things are kind of all over the place.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Well,
so it feels like,
but it's up to you. I mean, it's your choice.
Yeah, it feels like the right thing to do. So
you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
And the air causes a lot of difficulties for people. People probably should not be breathing air. Probably should not be eating the food. The water isn't exactly very safe here either.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things you can probably, even clothes can cause you problems. So they're not having a clothes crisis as they probably should be. Because that rubs onto your skin. Who knows what that's doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So you have others.
Okay.
So
thanks for putting it in context.
Yeah, choose your poison.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Bed sheets. You go away and it's like, who knows what's on that? So you can go on and on.
Especially yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes,
blessings.
Okay, very interesting. Up next, we have James S.
Hello, greetings, Alpha Centaurians.
Greetings to you.
Thanks for being here. So my first question, do I have any connections to you, or have I lived any lives there?
Yes, but interesting. We have a World War II world that you seem to be on at this time.
Oh, that I'm on right now?
Yeah.
What am I doing there?
A pilot.
Huh. That's interesting. I do feel connected. They're like in a 30s or 40s time period. Yeah, I've sensed that.
Yeah, married with kids also. Yeah, it's a kind of like a mirrored world to this one. It's like still like what if World War II went on longer, things like that.
God.
The start, yeah. Oh yeah, these worlds where World War II has gone on. I mean, yes, there's other versions of Earth, but also on other planets and other star systems.
That's interesting. I'll have to connect to that more. My second question is, I've been really getting into magic, getting pretty into it, and I can see myself practicing it for quite a long time. And I know a lot of it stems from Sumeria. So have I lived any lives in that time, or do I have any connections to like Enki or Enlil?
Well, yes, you've had connections to genies. You've actually had conversations with them. It feels like also you unlocked a lot of genies too. So, but yes, you've been a street magician in Babylon, definitely.
Okay.
I do see like a shape-shifting ability that used every now and then, but you can change your head into an ox. This showed for a second.
That's interesting.
Babylon is hidden, but yeah, you're resurrecting your Enki. Yeah, and Anunnaki energies. You'd have Enki connections definitely.
Okay.
And others also. It's like an Enki round table of knowledge of what worlds to conquer and to simulate. Yeah, I mean, some Anunnaki feel like that. It's better if they influence in the other planets, so they kind of move in and do whatever they feel like. So, like they did on this world. But that was
Okay.
an improved human. That was to they kind of just forced themselves here to
Right.
help the human. And of course, when they did that, they brought a lot of their rituals and things that aren't so great. Also,
Yeah.
So they brought everything.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
There's a sword of Enki that I believe you're connected to.
A sword of Enki?
Sword of Enki, yeah. Don't know the
Okay.
planet down here.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
there are
like, what do you
worlds.
mean by a sword?
Oh, like an actual sword.
Okay. Huh.
So there are worlds that are dedicated to different Anunnaki beings.
Oh wow, like a whole world dedicated to Enki?
Yeah, I mean it's a heavy influence. I mean, there's other Anunnakis, of course, but
Right.
it's kind of I want to say like the Jesus type of thing. Not to that extent, but it has a heavy influence.
Okay.
It's like the Enki University. I was thinking of that.
Yeah, I'll connect to that more.
Yeah, see it. Yeah. So.
All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Kathleen.
Hello, Alpha Centurions.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings. I have this boss of mine. He's keep telling me well, you should take the vax and this and that, and then he's joking. But I'm so curious, like who's behind this chat? Is just him having a herd
Or mentality.
mind, or
yeah,
man.
Yeah, and there are beings that are trying to push you to lower your vibration.
Yeah. I feel that he's trying to drag me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just feel like they keep pushing. I mean, yeah, you just keep off that subject around him. They'll eventually let it go.
Yeah, I'm like, how can you? How can I mean? He's like, I don't want to say low, but he's like ordinary being, and I'm like, how dare you tell me after the work that I do, you telling me so cheap? It sounds so cheap, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, it's like it's out of character for him, and that shows another entity is talking to him. He's unaware of it, of course. Well, he is allowing it though.
Yeah, I feel there's someone else is also trying to. Yeah, but that's cheap. I mean, that's cheap.
Well, some beings are trying. If they can get you to do something, they get points. So if they can pressure you to do a vaccine when you're done, it's like I don't want anything to do with that. But a reptilian being can talk to someone and pressure you. It's like, hey, look what I just did. You wonder what these aliens are doing all day. At least the ones that are causing trouble.
Yeah.
They can start fights with people. They love that stuff.
Yeah. So I should be enjoying it. Like his
cheap
talk.
We feel like just keep off the subject. He'll finally let it go. He's scared.
By the way,
he has a lot of fear in him.
Yeah. Is these people are really living in fear, or because I can't understand this mindset?
Some are. Not all of them. Some are just being told do what they're told, and others are completely terrified. So
Okay.
Some just do it because they're being told. Just the master told, society told me to do it. I better go do it. I want to live forever, whatever that might be. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And those that get sick after it, it wasn't really meant for. I mean, some people can take it and be okay, and others, it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't take it. But
yeah.
That's all, man.
Do these things they really contain stuff that we keep hearing around,
Yes,
like
of course.
yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Like nanotech and stuff?
All right. Yes. Of
Oh
course.
my goodness! So it's a war.
Mhm.
Okay, I declare war to these guys then.
Or peace. Peace is better.
No, I mean in the
War can
sense of
go on
not.
for.
Yeah, no, in the sense of not accepting this. I thought
Yeah.
they don't have anything in it, and they just give some vitamin D stuff, or
It's
just to
not
make
good.
people.
Yeah, it's not good.
But not in the sense, in the bad sense. But I mean, I don't want to get defeated, so
Yeah.
that's a war for me. Um, can you scan my second question? Can you scan my body? Do I need to do something? Eat something like greens or some fruit or syrup, something?
Oh, I see a lot of iron in your body at this time.
Is
Not
it
sure if that's a good
good?
thing.
Is it a good iron or a bad iron?
It's not really showing us good or bad. It just says iron. If you feel
Why?
fine, not to worry about it.
So I worry? Is affecting me somehow or?
Not really. I mean, it just sees a lot of iron. I mean, I feel like you're doing everything you need to do at this time. So,
Should is there anything I should balance with fruits or?
uh, carrots, they're showing, well, they are showing like, this is like extreme health. Like some people like use like crystals, but put in their cup and then they put water in there and they drink the water. That's up to you. They're showing,
Yeah,
their
well,
guides are
yeah.
showing that.
Yeah,
That's crystal
I
water.
think I understand. I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So far so good.
Yeah, you're fine overall. Yes. You don't
I
see any
super appreciate.
difficulties. Yes. Blessings.
Super appreciate. Thank you very much.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Blessings, thank you. Yes, that is true. I've heard people putting shungite in their water and programmed quartz and things like that. All right, very interesting. Up next, we have James.
Hello.
Yes, goodness.
Yeah. So my friend had a acupuncture yesterday, and she was tired all day, and I was also tired all day. Is that like an empathic connection, or is that unrelated?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like an astral attack, you can say. It's a lower vibrations in the upper atmosphere, it feels like. So, yeah, both of you are kind of battling those energies, it seems. We're not showing exactly what it was, but it was a. It feels like you're closing a portal, a dark one. It feels like.
Is it near her or me or what?
Yeah, it's near you. I believe it's more near you. Yeah. Well, they say it's like kind of between the two of you, but it's more near you though.
Yeah, there's always like construction going on at night here.
Yeah.
In military planes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're close a pretty dark portal, it seems. The two of you, which is good, and that can take a lot out of you. Yeah. There's a reptilian portal. It is connected to the government. Yeah. Mind control portal. They just keep going on and on and on. So.
So I've shed a lot of that mind control, or
Well, yeah. It's just the portal. The beings that control society use portals, to control like a government, obviously, right? So when you close those down, they don't have the impact as they're not easy to close down either. But then the government starts to it's not as strong as it used to be. And you're kind of seeing that now. It's kind of losing its, programming. And they're kind of showing their true self. So not like a rag doll that nobody's there to, or a puppet that nobody's there to puppet master anymore. So it's kind of altering. So that's what's happening at this moment.
Yeah, I've been kind of obsessed with the government, even though I'm
Yeah.
here in Texas.
But yeah, because there's something going on behind the scenes. That's why. some are trying to do a coup, trying to take it over. It's not perfect, but they're trying to make it worse. Is what we see. So, which we don't believe they'll be capable of, but it's hard to say at this time.
Oh, and she did a tarot reading for me and Artemis. That was interesting. That we got two kings. Can you explain that, or just a message from Artemis?
That's leadership. Leadership energies are connecting more to your kingship, your direction, you're finding more, you're seeing it more clearly. You might not be fully seeing it in your physical, but you're doing a lot of it in your astral. So it's just you're taking more ownership of what you're doing. So it's kind of like fighting a battle, you can say.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I have Hazel's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, Alpha Centauri. I'm wondering about a being I have seen a number of times as a child during my takings experiences with the Greys. It is a male being about 4 feet tall, resembling an ancient druid type person. Last night I had a memory of him coming with the Greys, removing and collecting wisps of white smoke from my child body. For the first time, he came through as some kind of Albert Einstein energy. Is there anything further you can tell me about him, please?"
Yes, he's trying to keep himself concealed. It's basically a shadow being. I don't feel like it's the most positive energy, obviously. And it just said these beings influence others, similar to like Albert Einstein. So it feels like you're clearing out dark agendas, and you're clearing out that being's agenda, from what I can see. It's not the easiest being to connect with. It's like an Archon being, to a certain extent. So it feels like it's like your nemesis, from what I'm gathering. Yeah, it's not exactly, he's not the easiest being to clear. It doesn't seem like it's the most positive vibration. So, he doesn't want to be read. I mean, you might confront him. He's like a university professor the way he has. So. If he comes again, just be careful your energies. I think it'd be fine overall.
Interesting. Blessings. Her second question, you able to see anything from your vantage point in relation to AI-fueled domes being created on Earth for any purpose?
Not anytime soon. But there are timelines where AIs are being assembled. Feels like it's assembly rooms, what you're saying. Possible timelines and eventually that will happen. I mean, technically they're being assembled now, but more the pyramid energies, shows the agenda that's coming in. Those are possible timelines. Obviously, there's going to be a negative AI energy here. Just for not to take over the world, but there's going to be some form of it for spying purposes, from what we're seeing at this time. So, as the system starts to break apart, you're going to see more of that stuff will come out, the truth of it all the time.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Christy.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
So today I was connecting with the Montezuma, the well there in Arizona, because they said that it's a portal that the UFOs go in and out of right there. It's a pretty heavy activity. And so I was doing a guided meditation myself, and asking questions like if I was going in and out of that portal right there, and I saw myself like in the I didn't know if it was my Pleiadian Lyran self. Do you see what I would look like I was seeing like she comes out of the water and helps that civilization that used to live there.
Well, always see as a blonde being, not really seeing a clear vision of what you.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing too. Like maybe the Pleiadian aspect.
Yeah, something like that. Yes. You just go there to clear the energy so beings can come through that portal safely. So there has been beings have been hijacked there too. Alien, yeah, they come through a portal, but they don't ever know if someone was messing with that portal, and they end up to be somewhere totally different.
Yeah,
it does happen.
I was asking where the entrance was because I felt like that was like at the exit. Like they shoot out that way, and then I heard the Grand Canyon there's an entrance there that they go through, and they come out of that way through that well right there.
Yeah. There's several within the Grand Canyon. Yes, enormous different beings. There's a lot of elitist energy there too. So, I mean, there's several motherships around there actually.
Yeah.
Cloaked, of course.
Oh, I was asking them like how they all disappeared at once. Like, did they all get taken on a UFO, or because all of the people that used to live there, like on the cliff dwellers, they just disappeared, and I seen some of them leave by UFO, but I don't know. I think some of them got eaten.
Well, some of them went to another dimension.
Yeah.
Some of them might have been eaten, yeah. But most of them went to another dimension.
Yeah.
Well, that phase is over. They didn't need to be there anymore.
Right. It was done with. Oh, yeah. She said it was like for 7 generations. That's what she said, though, that they was helping them it was like an experiment, for 7 generations, and then they would take them away or something.
Right. Yeah. They're here to bring different types of energies to the earth, see the earth's energy, help it ground, and then leave when the time is right.
That's good. Alrighty. And then so my second question is, I've been having dreams every night, and I can remember them, and they're all really graphic, like in a school, and was like being held gunpoint, and I was really calm and kind of made everybody just stay calm or whatever. And then another dream of just violent dreams, but I don't feel drained. I just feel like I'm just like busy. Do you see what's going on?
Well, it does feel like you're around a lot of monsters, creatures, and they're not coming after you. If they're coming after you, you feel more drained. Yeah. It feels like you're monitoring a lot of them. It doesn't look like you're in a spacesuit monitoring through a glass. I mean, you're actually there, and the creature's on the other side of the glass. So there are beings that have taken over worlds or possess people or shapeshifted into people and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty heavy, folks.
Yeah, I know Hayden has been not in the best moods lately either. I know his Zeta stuff really gets him too.
Well, when his Zetas when there's dark Zetas are doing things they should not be doing, he feels it. When he feels disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Especially in those where it's like, it's like drugs. Like they do good for a long time, and then they can't help it, then they do something they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, so. I can see that. Like he's disappointed in them.
Yeah, because he's guiding a lot of them. And just, only so much you can do.
Yep, with them especially.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, blessings.
All right, blessings. Up next, I have Braden's questions. His first question says, "Greetings, Alpha Centauri astronaut. Do you have any messages for me?"
I do see you on planets with a larger head. You probably feel that. There's many lifetimes where you have like just a long looking head. Scientists, there's on worlds where you're all by yourself along with other scientific beings that are working on the planet. You kind of a lonely life. Well, you're there to rejuvenate a planet, is what they show. So Yeah, those kind of scientific beings you can tap into. They'll help you understand more of why you are here. And this is an exciting experiment for you now. Just it's yeah, but you feel like you're the lab rat though. Not normally used to that.
Thank you. His second question. Are there any other messages I should know at this time? Thank you and blessings.
Yeah, there's a lot of timelines that you closed out that you were going to experience of certain relationships. You're also going to like leave town or something like that. But I feel like if you're going to leave earlier than you like, there's a time when you're going to leave, but it wouldn't have went to a positive timeline, to a dark timeline for what it looks like. So yeah, you're staying put is sometimes not a bad thing. And it seems like and when you do feel like leaving or when you can, everything will be fine. I feel like you avoided a very tough timeline. It's like you already had troubles already. Things would have been worse. It's like
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, I have Liz's questions. Her first question: what am I being working on in astral or other realms?
well, you see her with the Arcturians, as some of them have become so disconnected from humanity. So she's, showing her canine self, her feline. I see a lot of feline energies you bring into some. Now these are Arcturians that have just been. They can help Earth, but don't know how it is to be around this place. They've been away from it for such a long time. So it's like in astral, she goes to beings that can assist Earth in its vibration. That obviously they want to keep their vibration high, so they're as far away from this planet as possible. But she's like, there's a time and a place. It's like, okay, now we need you. so, so she's working with different beings. There's also beings with two heads she's talking to, basically to assist the Earth. No, they can do it from a wall. It's funny that they can do a Zoom call from another planet and help the Earth. But even they're even hesitant to even do that. But it seems like she's doing pretty convincing there.
Interesting. Yeah, I was getting that kind of feeling listening to the Arcturians channeling. Yeah, just something that felt a little off, like disconnected. All right,
Yeah,
thank you for that.
correct. Yeah. There's always going to be that.
Okay, all right. For her second question, she's asking any messages for my star people.
So your connections to the canines is assisting. There's a lot of wounds in the Syrian vibrations, like with Egypt. There are Syrian worlds that are going through a lot of war. Of course, you can see your Middle East. A lot of our energies are in the Middle East. On other planets, basically resolve these differences because you can be on another world and have conflict, and that can cause trouble here. Of course, that's when it gets complicated. But so she's like negotiating, peace talks, things like that on other planets at this time. And the canine energy is just a protection around her when she did. But it is Syrian world, so it's like 3 or 4 of them she connects to, it seems. Blessings.
All right, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we've got Dragon.
All right. I knew I was going to be next, even though I wasn't sure.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
I guess that didn't make any sense. Do you have any messages for me?
Well, just like the zodiac, the astrology of seeing like there's another version of it that has not been brought to Earth that was going to be brought to the Earth that would have changed everything. You can say it got rejected. This is ancient times that you're a part of, that you helped build, and it's something that you're still tapping into today, it seems. That's why you can see what you can see, because sometimes you can see timelines a little bit quicker than others. So some of this astrology work is there to actually block people from their their intuition to a certain, but you are still connected to an authentic timeline.
So I was trying to bring something here with other people, and it got rejected.
Yeah, no surprise there, right?
I see. rejected. Yeah, well, that doesn't work with me. So
well, you're still tapping into it though. You never let it go.
no, I don't.
It's like a better science, you can say.
All right, cool. My second question is about. It looks like I don't know. Sounds like whatever the right word is that scientists are getting close to having a definition for consciousness. I imagine it's going to need to be revised a few times, but at least they're coming up with something, and we'll start being able to test that and quantitate it. It's information theory, so they're probably going to try to quantitate consciousness before they really understand what emerges to like the complex consciousness that we demonstrate. There's things much more complex than that. But it's cool. This theory has gets down to, there's two different prevailing theories. Both of them are pretty similar. One's information theory, and basically talks about the movement of information between things. So with that theory, even individual atoms have a certain level of consciousness, so the entire universe is conscious, which would excite a lot of mystics. And the other one is not too much different. It just involves vibrations, like vibration changes. I mean, really on the face of it, they're both pretty much identical. They just use different terminology. Are they, and it's a quantum like level of not quantum mechanics, but it's quantized consciousness, meaning like everything has a certain discrete amount of consciousness that can be measured. And then of course there's emergent properties. As you get up to larger, still reductionist, but are they on the right track?
Yes, they are. Now they go by old science. A lot of them go by Einstein's theories and Einstein's belief systems too. Kind of like the rock star of science. He's one of them, but he's one of the major influences of why they're hesitant to go in this direction. But they feel that this is where else is science going these days anyway. So yeah, they have to make it as scientific as they possible, because a lot of them are scientists are robots in other lifetimes. So they're so disconnected from the human element. So they want to resurrect their soul. They want to, so they're going to do it as a scientific way as possible to define it. So they're going to try and talk about it, but use all these scientific terms that nobody understands. But yes, they are making progress. So.
I mean, I think they're going in the right direction, because after 5,000 plus years of philosophy and pretty much tapping that out, we can start to apply it maybe, and see where we go on that, and then see if it ends up being refuted or not, and all, of course, assuming we go in a linear path, which is not going to happen. Some people are going to get really lucky, and there's going to be a breakthrough.
Well, they would have done this sooner, but because of funding. So scientific groups get funding, and they want to talk about the soul, and others like, we're not going to pay for that. So they've been trying to do this for a long time. I would say at least 10 years, probably longer, but 10 years.
And it has been prophesized that eventually science is going to prove God exists, not the Christian God, but Holy Spirit or whatever.
Yes, yeah. I believe they've already really tapped into that, but they have not gone public with it.
Yeah.
They already know.
They got to work that a bit. They'll be laughed out of the...
Yeah. That's been going on, for centuries. They already knew obviously. They just don't bring it out.
Well, thanks. Much love.
Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have April.
Greetings, Alpha Centaurians. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I was just wondering if there was anything interesting or helpful for me right now that you could see.
what would this kind of just what exactly are you looking for?
Oh, just any messages, anything interesting. Yeah.
Okay, that's more
Keep
helpful.
it simple.
Well, there is dragon energies that did show like little dragon babies that you talk to, an astral, or yeah, they have like a whole trio, a whole bunch of them that you tap into. Like little kid dragons, you're raising them. Even like they do show you like another version of Earth where you're like a human, where you found these little baby dragons too. And it's not exactly a Gartha world either. So in this world, yeah, you're healing a lot of reptilian energies that's been with the Earth. Just as a heavy draconian energy, you're here to actually heal, unlock, and if you want to dive into that world, like on a spiritual level, it's like, what do I feel from the draconians? Because that energy is slowly pulling from. I mean, that's causing a lot of influence on people why males act the way they do, not in the most positive way. So it's it does seem like something that you can look into.
Yeah, I've been getting like whispers, I think, from them to tap into them lately.
Yeah.
I've been feeling it. So
it's almost like something like Cambodia type of energies from like reptilians, or there's a lot of them in Cambodia. Like a warrior to just like a reptilian like with a gun or something like that. They just that's all they know is war, and they're kind of lost. So they're obviously in another dimension, but it's something that you can tap into.
Okay. Sounds good. And then my other question is, I had an experience during a lightning storm. It was the first time I left my body that I know of. And I shot right out and up into the solar system, and I was flying around up there, and I saw the planets up close, and then I went down underneath the oceans, underground tunnels and stuff. But it only happened during this lightning storm, and I haven't been able to do it since. Is that something that I'll be able to get down soon, or was I just really lucky with that lightning and it gave me like the boost I needed?
That shows you that you're tapping into that realm. Yeah, that was kind of like a preview of things to come.
Okay.
You can continue to connect to it as you like to, but yeah, it's like some things are kind of kept hidden. Like that was good. That was like a refresh, a cleanse. So yeah, there's a certain point you want to tap into a certain realm. You'll have it seems like you have more leeway there than other people, but
okay.
Look at it that way.
Okay. Yeah, that was a very fun experience. I was not expecting that.
Well, welcome to the higher dimensions. I just do that all day.
Yeah. Well, at least I know that I can do it now.
Yeah.
That I'm capable.
Well, that means that you're releasing a lot of third dimensional energies, which is good.
Okay. All right.
So you're releasing fear of your astral. So not that you had much fear to begin with, but you're allowing yourself to kind of like be like a balloon and just let yourself go.
I kept floating. When I lose focus, I'd feel myself start to go back down. So I'd focus again, and I kept floating right back up. I even got up and got a drink of water and laid back down and went right back up.
Excellent. Yeah. So
awesome.
It had a lot to do with the planet. It had to do with the alignment of the planets and everything.
Okay.
That's why
I'm sure the lightning. I'm sure the lightning helped too.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah. Really neat.
It's like an activation. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Right.
Exciting. All right. Blessing. Thank you.
Yeah, very cool. Blessings. Thank you for that. Up next, I have Marvin's questions. His first question: are there any messages that were attempted to be given to me this week, and can you relay the message, please?
Just be careful what you ask for. All I see is like kangaroo people trying to connect with them. Kangaroo beings. Yes, he's been in realms. He's been hopping around. So he's like, yeah, he's kind of like curious, like a kangaroo. He's definitely in kangaroo incarnations. Obviously, it's not something he thought would come through, but it's something he's tapping. And he's also been on playing worlds as a kangaroo being, so that's fun. That's all I got this time.
Okay, thank you. The second question: can you ask Anu and Enki what was their message for me in Astral? Can they give a clue, please?
Interesting how you bring that up, because the other thing was going to be the Anunnaki. Yeah. So yeah, it's connecting to one of his soul groups. There is a lot of regrets that he felt like he could have done more to stop some of the Anunnaki causing trouble, healing them. He had like a lot of power, and he didn't know what to do with it, and he didn't see some of the Anunnaki thought they were friends end up being not friends and causing a lot of difficulties for humans in the past. So he felt there's a lot of guilt within him that he could have did more. But now his eyes are open though. So.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Blessed this evening is me. Thank you again for coming in.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings. For my first question, lately I've been feeling my heart chakra spinning faster and vibrating, causing like a full body activation of source energy. Like it leaves me covered in goosebumps. The more consciously I focus on the heart, the longer I can stay in this energy. So I'd like to know from your perspective, what do you see happening in these moments, and how will this integrate and develop going forward?
But it feels like you're kind of like opening up a portal within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just connect to other versions of yourself, other dimensions that are have more clarity, more clear about themselves, and you're healing a lot of your heart chakra energies also. So yeah, your energy is speeding up. So there's almost like not that you're going to disappear, but it's almost like you could.
Like ascend to a higher dimension?
Yeah, it's almost like you're another. It's almost like you're another Earth. You're tapping into another planet's consciousness, bringing it in here.
To bring that vibration grounded here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that seems like the application for it at this moment. Do you see it like developing or, into like any other uses or applications?
Right now, it's going to keep doing what it's doing. Over time, you might see yourself possibly shapeshift or feel like you look like somebody else or another being.
Very cool.
I do see you look like kind of like an ice being, like your skin's kind of icy, not ice, but kind of whitish is what I see. How about what you feel on that?
All right. I never, thought about that, but
kind of like Iceman or something. Yeah, that's what they're showing.
I've had Iron Man visions, ice, but not ice, but
the ice. Yeah, it's like a whitish skin, things like that. Yeah.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's something to look into deeper. Thank you for that. And for my second question, do my guides or any beings around me recently have any messages of what I've been up to in astral? My dreams, at least what I can remember, feel like ordinary, like I'm just being myself, but like I'm living someone else's life. Kind of like the old TV show Quantum Leap, just not that exciting.
Well, I do see a lot of Anunnaki energies that you're healing. That's probably going into Anunnaki realms that they created realities, where it's kind of still and not going anywhere. And it made those on purpose to kind of keep humanity from going too fast. So it's like they have like anchors in other realities where they're holding on to this earth. Sounds strange, but it's
no. I mean, because it feels like being here, but yeah, it's not here. But I'm able to interact with these people on the base level interaction that I'm used to having with people here. So it just feels like ordinary conversations, experiences, scenarios, nothing extraordinary or mind blowing. But I'm just living someone else's life.
Well, there are worlds or other parts of our dimension here that are kind of like templates for this reality. So it's like Anunnaki and other beings that create like what they want, and then it gets pulled into this reality. So yeah, you are going into other people's lives, it seems, that are living kind of mundane existence, and you are making a difference there. It's just maybe not the most. Yeah, you're like a walk-in. Something like that.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that here, so I guess it works both ways.
Yeah, you're walking in a lot recently. And you're doing more of that astrally.
So is that like the show Quantum Leap, where he's walking into a person's life and then he leaves and gives it back?
Yeah, you say certain. It's quicker though. It's not so melodramatic, but you're there to say a different word, a different energy. Like you see some people
Yeah,
that
exactly.
channel other beings. People here channel different beings all the time. It's kind of like what you're doing. But
Yeah, because I felt like it was like something that they would have reacted to differently. That the way I reacted to it caused a different chain of events. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just a little difference, man. Yeah, you can go there just to say a single word, and that'll change everything.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the little things that I do here in this life, that make differences that we don't notice or recognize.
Yeah, so it's not so melodramatic as Quantum Leap, where it has a whole episode of adventure.
Yeah.
You just go and say a few words, and then you're out of there.
Yeah, because it happens a lot in different experiences, random stuff and things like that. That's just ordinary life to me, but I guess there's an impact that's there. So I felt like it was something significant that I wanted to ask about.
Well, it is helping things move things a little bit faster. You're just not seeing it when you're doing it. You're going into like the slowest. People are going very slow in their lives, and when doing those little changes, it is speeding things up for everyone else here.
All right, cool, good deal.
Just little, just it's like giving a flower to a certain person, or just little things.
Right. That's what I thought. Well, thank you for confirming that, and thank you again for coming in. Blessings.
Yes, blessings to you all. Our energies, yes, are quite unique, and yes, we are more connected to your planet's energy. We are close by. We're just not usually tapped into very often. Yes, Arcturian energies, they do feel like they're distant. Well, they feel like they're like grandparents. And when you have like rock star kids getting into all this stuff, and you have like grandparents talking to you, it's like so. All right, let's see.